mix with the input. Make sure it sits on top of the input. So Chris is showing us there how we can do it. Remember, the blanket doesn't come back.
It's not, again, that you measure every time, but you want just that idea, hey?
Remember, we said with the experience, you see, I've just done once and already have my 5. So
that's good. Again, take this time to get the rocks out. Once they're out, eh?
okay.
So you can use your hands or the hoe, it doesn't matter, right? As long as you get the right.
You can do 3 planting stations, another one. You come in, another one on that line. You can do 3 planting stations. Others will go on the other end. You finish 3, you move out.
If you find some blanket goes
in, you can use your hand.
Pull out the blanket. Yeah, that's right.
You can use your hand.
I can use my hand.
Yeah, hand works very fine.
Let's go to the other lines. You finish 2 or 3, you go.
Yeah, that's good.
You can do one with your hoe, one with your hand. We have many planning stations.
You can use your hand even if there's no tool. I'll throw a matchbox there. You need to measure.
You have the matchboxes. You can use to measure.
This is why you can measure your finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, accurate.
This one should be not measure it, you'll see that it's you just try the matchbox just so you get an idea right there. Yeah. Just have an idea. Yeah. Yeah. Eventually you get that feel.
This one is a little bit deeper. So you see.
Even the next one is a bit deep.
This one.
You need to add soil. Add soil. Turn down. Centimeters, it's 5 this way.
And this one was mixed.
About this.
Check this one.
Yeah, that one goes.
The things are on top.
That's ideal.
5 top to bottom. When turned on the side, 3.
And this one was But you say this one?
The one who put it on there. Okay. You can now move out. Now we have had one planting station here with an effect, and somebody has noticed it. When we put the manure, there's somebody who didn't put at the base of the planting station. We put on the back of on the slope somewhere here. So you see, when you are pulling your soil, then the soil comes before the manure, and the manure comes on top of the. So when you are putting your inputs, make sure at the base of the planting station. Now look at this one. This is somebody with a matchbox. You can see it is much deeper. It's almost 9 centimeters. So you need to bring it back. So for beans, we cover and we remain with how many centimeters? 3 centimeters. Make sure you don't have the stones. These are your 3 centimeters. So can we do the same? Measure your finger. Make sure you know where your 3 centimeters are.
We need the matchbox.
Make sure to note where you are.
If your nails are long,
Those are enough?
then to go to the farm. Huh? Small tank. Don't have oil, don't scare, but you.
The weight is
Chinese.
Make sure there are no clothes.
The seeds.
Jana na leo. Ya juu hiyo yenye nikupatia ya maji. Nikwambia kuna madam za wako kuita ama huko tu. Nilikuwa na wewe nilikwambia madam wametolewa Kaniala anasaidia kusaidia. Haya ngoja kidogo kuna watu hapo ile. That one is more than enough.
And well, you can see your soil is almost level with the boat. It's higher than the soil here.
Yeah, where's the opinion for those things? It is like massive to some people. But my children can speak so speak my
The same, but the soil changes. The smaller the seed, the smaller the planting.
So we are coming to the planting. And there are some people who will walk at the end of all the apparatus.
Okay, let's keep listening.
Let's out first. Some people will walk out of here from putting the pegs to putting the blanket. You have not done anything, and you have been here to learn. So make sure before we go you have touched on something. So we have our bean seeds.
That is bean.
Let's monitor.
Now for the main seeds,
Push behind.
look for the good ones. You like this one is broken.
We can't
this one
see.
half. So get the select good ones.
You can get the seeds.
You have how many of them? When we go to our farms, what do we do?
Select
You
first.
throw. You throw as you go. They go to the one corner. That's what we do.
Yeah, we do like that.
That's what we usually do. And some of them take even 5
And
and put them in one planting station. And then they now look at this one. The other one has jumped over the planting station. Then somebody will come and push the soil. This one is out. The soil will be halfway because you want to finish your work in 1 hour and you go and stay, watch the TV.
yeah,
You watch some soap operas.
yeah.
But your farm is you're not caring for your land. So take time and place your seeds. Look for quality ones. Now when you have your planting station, you look at the base of the planting station. Don't put them on the other side. Remember we have our V.
Much in front. You can't see.
And this is the deepest part. So when you're also placing your seeds, make sure they are at the middle of the planting station. Don't put the far end or to the far end. Also on these edges, don't push it to the other end and to the other end because the roots will move and hit them.
Give me a few. I plant this side so people can see, and you'll plant this side so people can see. Okay.
So those in front you can bend for them to see their plant. So you see this is the planting station. So you cannot put them here.
here, right?
Sababu hapa chakula na ukuta mapema.
Not on the back, not on the
The same
front,
here, but
not
here,
against this side.
Deeper. So your roots are going to go deeper. Then huwezi weka mwisho huko na huko. Because these roots are going to hit the wall.
Okay.
So you put them from somewhere here. Don't push.
It's too deep.
Here.
And I also not see. Someone may think that I didn't plant.
So they don't go to the other end.
Okay.
They don't go to the other
So
end.
three in the middle of the
You
station.
see how they are? So this one will eat the manure here.
Okay.
This one
Let
here.
me get a few
This
more.
one here. You cannot put it here. This one will not be sharing the manure. So you put it.
Also, when they're jammed together, how will you thin? Right? If they're all together, how will you thin them? You'll pull one, they'll all come. Right? So you want to thin, so they each need to be separate. So that when you pull one, it comes by itself.
So look for the healthy ones.
Okay.
Make sure you don't step on this.
Before we start planting, just a question.
Yeah.
If I remember very well, yesterday when we were discussing this, when will the planting be done?
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
You never had the question?
Did you hear the question, Griffin?
Yeah, the
Can you repeat it? Yeah. Thank you. That was we were jumping here.
When will the planting be done? Because we may go with the concept that immediately we are done, we plant our seed and we...
Yeah. Thank you. That's a good point. Yeah.
Now remember, we said in farming goes where you start earlier. You make your planting stations, you put the wood ash, you put the inputs, then you cover to remain with the planting depth. Also you make a buffer for the manure not to evaporate. Then you wait for the first rain.
Yeah.
You wait for the first rain. Even if it will take a month or 2 months, you have to wait for the first rain. Even if it rains today and the water goes deeper to this depth, then walk around the field, come to this planting station, try to measure, go to this one, sample out. Don't just do in one planting station and then you say the rain is enough. So when you finish the whole farm and you see the water reaching this end, then you are ready to plant. But we don't encourage dry planting. Yeah. Yeah, if you are depending on irrigation, you have to water it.
So.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. If you want. Yeah.
You water.
Yeah, you do them all the whole time.
You don't have to do it in one day, but it's possible. Also with irrigation, if you're going to irrigate, you would irrigate now before putting your seed for the first time. So that irrigation goes in the bottom of the hole. You plant, cover with the last soil, water again. So we have lots of water below the seed and wet soil above the seed. Because this is very dry soil, it will soak up water very quickly. So if we only water from the top, it may not reach very well down below. So we water the basin first, the planting station, before we plant, at this stage, right? Then we plant, cover, water again. We're not, normally even we would be watering now, but we are not, just wait, I'll answer. We are not going to keep maize here. This is not a maize good garden. I think we'll keep the beans, so we'll probably irrigate them, but we're not going to keep this maize, just so it's an exercise so that you learn. We're likely to put sukuma here. So likely there's going to be another planting station dug at 30, and someone will get seedlings, we'll plant this when we get time. The beans, I think we'll leave them to grow. They can handle a bit of this dappled sunshine. But the maize, what we would see, it would be like here, it would be short. It wouldn't give us a good, like we want to promote farming God's way. It wouldn't give us a really good maize garden here. So we're going to do all the maize without irrigation. But thanks for reminding us. Right now, while we were at lunch, it rained. Okay? While we were at lunch, it rained, which meant we could plant that imaginary rain. Okay?
Another question on the same, when, for example, you're doing that irrigation,
You only water at the planting station.
Yes.
The other place you don't
No,
water.
no need. No need. And I would say about 1 liter per hole to begin with, and maybe 1 liter on top. That's 1 liter at the initial time.
Yeah.
And then I'll say 1 liter times 3 in a week.
In a week.
Yeah. With good blanket. If you don't have good blanket,
Yes.
your watering will increase.
So another question. So if we were doing veggies, this would be a good place.
But if
Yeah,
you go to your
I mean
place
not all
now,
veggies, but veggies can tolerate leafy veggies. Vegetables can tolerate a bit of shade. But corn, maize, it needs like that full sunshine. Sorghum, millet, yeah. So this is, I think we understand, right? We're learning here. Yeah. It's not a sunny, great place. It's a good place for training. We're actually in shade, but not good for the maize. But we have to learn. We're learning the maize, okay? But thanks for reminding us about that rain that happened while we were eating lunch.
yeah.
Carry on.
Let's go ahead and
So you take a few.
yeah. Do
Three, yeah.
two planting stations,
Don't push them in.
then you step out.
Use it. Accuracy.
No, not covered.
They don't cover.
Cover.
They don't
Don't
cover.
cover and don't push them to the ground.
Yes.
Sorry.
Just place them.
This man wants some. He doesn't want to leave without planting.
Don't cover.
You don't need many. We're going to cover this quickly.
But this one seems to be covered. Oopsie. I think it was in.
Is it cover? No cover.
How come this one is so? This one is so close to the.
Anyone else want to try?
It's not so
We
deep.
have some remaining here. Make sure we don't jump any.
Ilizibwa,
You're a little bit far back.
hiyo ilizibwa ikajaa, inafaa irudishwe mchanga kwa. Ilizibwa mpaka juu.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's not try to
Some
put
people
things on the
have
edge.
touched soil.
Return to the gallery. The remaining maize is keep in the gallery properly. Next.
Why don't we just cover these? Do each crop on its own.
Now after finishing, the next step, the next step now we need to cover, and when covering, make sure we don't have clothes cover or stones covering your seeds. The other thing when you are covering, bring in the whole soil. To make sure that the planting station is flat. Wait first. The blanket is not there and stones. Why are we doing this one? Wait.
Wait.
We are doing this because if you leave some spaces, you cover and you leave some space here. We have animals like chicken and squirrels. When they find this space, they know something is put down here. So they want to come and... But when you put flat, another thing is, when you leave this space, the water can come and sink through there. But the water here, yeah. So let's do that, cover.
Then you put the cover.
Don't put ghost blanket. Wait for
Put yet for this way.
just cover the planting station, the whole soil to go back. Yote irudi. Just get in.
Are you putting the blanket? Are you putting the
Don't put the blanket.
You follow the instructions.
Oh, the blanket bado.
Blanket.
Blanket bado.
No, bado.
No blanketing.